What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update today, 2021, as well as the next two upcoming packages: the physical infrastructure package, known as the American Jobs Plan, which the White House says will create millions of jobs, as well as the next stimulus package, known as the American Families Plan, as well as everything going on in the world today, or at least what's important to you. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. We just passed 350,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. And we also passed 105 million views. Absolutely amazing. Thanks for being a part of our community and our extended family, and let's jump right in. Senator Elizabeth Warren is one of the most influential senators in the Democratic Party. And what's interesting is she actually used to be a Republican senator. As you can see on her Wikipedia biography, she was a Republican senator from 1991 through 1996, and then switched over to the Democratic Party in 1996 to the present. Well, not only is she one of the most influential senators in the Senate and leading the charge for more stimulus, she's actually the co-author, along with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Elizabeth Warren, and Ron Wyden, for the $200 per month Social Security benefits increase, which would be for all Social Security beneficiaries. She has kind of started the movement and the increase of Social Security benefits that has really led to a big push for that, including then getting President Biden to jump on the increase of Social Security movement. President Biden's actual plan is to increase the minimum Social Security benefit to at least 125% of the federal poverty level, as you can see right here on the screen. President Biden's proposal would actually raise all Social Security benefits to $1,341 per month as a minimum. But not only that, Senator Elizabeth Warren is also the co-sponsor for a bill that's been officially introduced in the Senate, along with Ed Markey and, of course, Elizabeth Warren, that are pushing for a fourth stimulus check update, a fourth stimulus check, to be $2,000 per month until the pandemic is over. Well, not only is she one of the most prominent person in the Senate and also one of the leading people pushing for more stimulus, Social Security increases, Medicare increases, and more, but she actually just introduced a way to help pay for these upcoming stimulus proposals, stimulus checks, and stimulus increases. As you can see here, Senator Elizabeth Warren has offered a new bill to increase the IRS budget to $31.5 billion per year, which they say is going to help go after what they say wealthy people to go after the taxes that they owe, that the IRS does not have the enforcement or the ability to collect. And the IRS Commissioner, Charles Rettig, says that there's up to $1 trillion that the IRS is owed every single year that they don't collect. And they're now trying to enforce that so they can pay for these additional stimulus programs and infrastructure programs. Senator Elizabeth Warren on Monday introduced a legislation that would increase the IRS's budget to $31.5 billion per year in order to bolster the agency's efforts to go after wealthy people who are not paying the taxes they owe. This bill's introduction comes after President Biden offered his own proposal to boost IRS funding, as policymakers view strengthening tax enforcement as a way to pay for infrastructure spending that could have a bipartisan appeal. Elizabeth Warren says, quote, "For too long, the wealthiest Americans and big corporations have been able to use lawyers, accountants, and lobbyists to avoid paying their fair share. And budget cuts have hollowed out the IRS, so it doesn't have the resources to go after wealthy tax cheats." Elizabeth Warren, who is a member of the Senate Finance Committee, says the IRS should have more and more stable resources to do its job, and my bill would do just that. The IRS's budget is substantially lower on an inflation-adjusted basis than it was in the peak in 2010. Budget cuts to the agency in the early part of the last decade led to decline in staffing levels and audit rates, including wealthy individuals and corporations. Now, however, there is a very controversial issue that is kind of being proposed with these couple different IRS increases, we'll call them budget increases and also enforcement increases, is that there's proposals to increase the way the IRS can look into your bank account. As you can see here, the IRS could use the funds provided to it in Warren's bill for taxpayer services, enforcement, and technology updates. Warren's bill would also increase the amount of information that financial institutions have to report about bank account activity, to the IRS in an effort to help the agency verify information on taxpayers' filings. The bill would also direct the IRS to submit annual reports. Now, this is very controversial because if this happens, I fear that bank accounts will literally just be able to, or the IRS will be able to download all your bank account information. And if they're allowed to do it for one person without a subpoena or warrant or anything like that, if they're just physically allowed to do it, you best believe that they'll be doing it for every American across the country. Once you give them the ability to do that, they'll do it for everybody. They'll just get it directly from the banks in large batches of millions and millions of people. And the IRS would probably have your banking information every single month for going forward. So, yes, we want them to be able to collect tax dollars that they're owed, or at least, in my opinion. You can let me know if you have a different opinion. But no, I don't want them to be able to have access to my information, your information, and everybody's bank information literally every day or every week or every month of the year. So that is a controversial part of this bill, but I think this is what they're leaning towards. So we'll have to see if that controversial part makes it into this next bill. Now, in addition to this, the IRS has announced that any cryptocurrency gain or transfers like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or Ethereum, if you buy and sell cryptocurrencies and you have a gain on it, that you have to report that to the IRS. And they're saying that you now have to report any transactions on cryptocurrencies over $10,000. The Fed is also considering making their own cryptocurrency backed by the central bank, basically a form of the US dollar in a cryptocurrency. And if that happens, that could crash all other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Ethereum if the United States comes out with their own cryptocurrency. China has already done this. They've already created their own cryptocurrency and has really banned a lot of cryptocurrencies besides their own. And that could be happening, that could be coming in the future in the United States. It would send the cryptocurrency markets into a frenzy if that were to happen. Now, the fourth stimulus check and even a mention of a fifth stimulus check has really gained momentum in Congress over these last few days. As you can see here, now that most of the pandemic's third checks are out for up to $1,400, chorus of voices have been calling for at least one more direct payment is getting louder by the day. In the more than 2 months since Congress approved the last round of checks, support has been building among lawmakers and members of the public for relief to continue stimulus checks until the pandemic is over. The newest push comes from members of a powerful congressional committee who say workers and families are still struggling to cover debts. Food and housing costs would be helped by a fourth and even a fifth stimulus payment. This comes as the U.S. House Ways and Means Committee has now sent out an official letter to President Biden urging them to pass recurring monthly payments during this crisis, and then more stimulus checks. They mentioned a fourth and a fifth stimulus check could keep up to 12 million Americans out of poverty. This also comes as the leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus, which is about half of the Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives. Their leader, Representative Pramila Jayapal, has strengthened her call for a monthly recurring stimulus checks. She is the co-author behind the $1,000 per month stimulus check payment, along with Rashida Tlaib, as their bill is for a one-time $2,000 stimulus check, then followed by $1,000 monthly recurring payments. Democratic leaders are also saying that the need to pass more stimulus is actually growing because of what Republicans are doing. And we have now 23 different Republican governors from 23 different Republican states that are opting out of the $300 per week unemployment bonus. Florida has become the most recent Republican led state to opt out of the $300 per week unemployment bonus, in addition to opting out of the extra weeks for unemployment. As you can see here on the screen, I'll remove myself from the picture for a moment so you can see Florida, South Carolina, West Virginia, all these different states down here are part of the 23 different states in the United States, all by Republican led governor states are opting out of this $300 per week bonus. And in addition to opting out of the additional weeks, there are 4 different states that are going to be paying back to work bonuses of anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 instead of paying the $300 per week bonus. However, this is only, I believe, 4 or maybe 5 different states instead of 23 states that are opting out of the $300 per week bonus. Arizona is offering a $2,000 back to work bonus. North Carolina has a proposal from Republican in the Senate, the state Senate, for $1,500 back to work bonus. Connecticut has a $1,000 back to work bonus, and Colorado has a $1,600 back to work bonus if you find a full-time job. Some states like Arizona, they offer $2,000 for a full-time back to work bonus if you find full-time, and if you find a part-time job, you get a $1,000 back to work bonus. However, Democrats don't like this and are saying that this is actually urging the Democrats to pass more stimulus checks, which governors will not be able to deny. In fact, Senate Budget Chairman and largely considered President Biden's right-hand man, Bernie Sanders, is urging the Biden administration to keep jobless benefits flowing to gig workers and unemployed workers on the verge of losing stimulus aid in red states. And Bernie is urging the Biden administration to block these red states from cutting these federal unemployment bonuses, saying that this was passed by Congress, the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and that states should not be able to opt out of this money as it's passed by Congress. It does actually make sense what they're saying, because even the president is not supposed to be able, like, for example, when a bill is passed by Congress, the House, the state, and then signed by a president, or in this case, a past president, the president himself is not allowed to change the bill without it going to. So basically, if money's passed via a stimulus check or money for a border wall or money for anything, right? A president is not allowed to go against that bill because that's part of the checks and balances. But yet the governors are finding a way to get out of this unless they're challenged. I think we may need to see the White House challenge these states in court to stop this unemployment bonus. However, the unemployment bonus is supposed to stop in a few months anyways, and I fear that by the time they even challenge this in court, states are going to have not paid this money, and then who knows what will happen, right? It might just expire by then. Although I could see some retroactive pay happening if states lose this battle in court and are forced to pay the money. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you think states should be continuing to pay the $300 per week bonus, or do you think they should basically cut those off and force people to go back to work? I see the pros and the cons both ways. I know a lot of people are complaining that a lot of the jobs out there are low-paying jobs, minimum wage or close to it, and there's a lot of part-time jobs. A lot of the full-time and well-paying jobs are very, very scarce from what I've been seeing in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'll keep you up to date with everything: stimulus, unemployment, the next 2 packages, the physical infrastructure package, the next stimulus package, as well as what is going on with our country today. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on our episodes. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will keep you up to date with all the new stimulus programs coming out, as well as everything that may pertain to you. You can click this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on the Amazon FBA platform. I've already had dozens of students that have replaced their entire 9 to 5 income by selling products on Amazon FBA, which is an Amazon kind of program that they have. And I teach people how to do that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.